Hey guys, so today we are going to talk about unit rate. So we need to know that unit rate describes the amount per one. So unit just means 1 unit. So let's go ahead and fill that in. It is the amount per one of something, okay? And the most important part of this that I need you to understand is that we have to pay attention to the order. So order matters. And the order I'm talking about is going to be the order of the words. And those words are going to come from our question statement. So we're going to put a question mark there. So let's go ahead and look at this example so I can explain it a little bit more. So example 1, the chef baked cupcakes. He uses 6 cups of sugar for every 42 cupcakes. Which rate best represents the relationship between the number of cupcakes made and the amount of sugar used? So if he has 6 cups of sugar, he can make 42 cupcakes. But what if we only have 3 cups of sugar? So when we find unit rate, we can make bigger or smaller amounts of something. So again, he has 6 cups of sugar. Okay, and he does that for every 42 cupcakes. And then remember, we are going to look at the question statement for the order that we are supposed to use. So we're talking about sugar and cupcakes. So if I look in the sentence with the question, I have cupcakes and then sugar. And I also need to pay attention to this word rate right here. Rate means 1. So when I see rate, that's when I can use this strategy. So again, cupcakes came first, then sugar. So what we can do is we are going to write it like this. We're going to write cupcakes. And then we're going to put a colon in the middle. That's like a ratio, so rate. And then we're going to put sugar next. So cupcakes goes first, then sugar. And we can also write that like this, which is cupcakes. We can write it like a fraction. So cupcakes would go on top and then sugar would go on bottom. So now that we know the order, we can already get rid of our Joe Schmoes. So let's go over here and look at our answer choices. So I'm just looking at the word. So cupcakes has to go first. So in A, I have sugar, then cupcakes. So A is automatically out because of the order. It's in the wrong order. Okay, B says cupcakes, then sugar. So that one is good so far. The next one is sugar and then cupcakes. So no thank you. And then cupcakes and sugar. So those are good. So now we need to decide between the 6 and the 7. So if we go back over here to our fraction and look at it, I'm going to plug in the numbers from the problem. So I have cupcakes and sugar. And up here I had cupcakes and sugar. So I have, I have how many cupcakes? 42. And that comes directly from right here, 42 cupcakes. And then I'm going to write the number of sugar underneath, which was 6. And again, that number comes from right here. So now that I have that fraction, we know fractions can mean to divide. So I could cowboy and horse that, which would be 42 divided by 6. And hopefully we know that 42 divided by 6 is 7. So my answer would be B. It has the 7 and it has the correct order. All right, so the next thing we can use unit rate for is to compare things. So let's use it to compare. And this is actually something you are going to use in real life, especially when you are shopping, because unit rate helps us decide what's the better buy. Okay, so let's look at example number 2 down here. So we have Kroger and Walmart, okay? So hopefully we're familiar with those two things. So Kroger and Walmart both sell Snickers bars. Kroger sells 3 Snickers for $1.74, and Walmart sells 7 Snickers for $3.64. So we want to know which store has the best price per Snicker bar. So per Snicker bar means per one. So Kroger sells 3 and Walmart sells 7. So I can't tell who has the better buy because I'm not comparing the same amount. So what we need to do is we need to find just the price for one Snicker bar from each store. So right now, I can't tell anything. So we have different amounts of money, and I am going to go to the question and look for my order so I can set up my fraction. So this one says the price per Snickers. Okay, so I know that I need the price, which is the money, per Snickers. Or if we wrote it like a fraction, that would be money on top and then Snickers on bottom. Okay, so let's go ahead and set up our two fractions for our two problems. So let's do Kroger first. So looking here at Kroger, let's set up that fraction. So money goes on top, so $1.74, and I'm going to leave off the money sign while I'm solving, and that's for 3 Snickers, okay? And then let's look at Walmart. So here we have Walmart, and for Walmart, I have $3.64 for 7 Snickers. So obviously, just like we talked about up top, we would need to divide these cowboy and horse to find the price per 1 Snickers. So on this side, my 174 goes inside, my 3 stays out, put up my hat, set my dinner table. All right, let's go ahead and divide. Can 3 people sit in 1 chair? No, they can sit in 17. 5 times, that gives me 15. I get 2, bring down my 4. 3 goes into 24 8 times, which gives me a perfect 24, and I get 0. So this answer tells me I have 0.58, which is, again, money. So it's $0.58 for 1 Snicker. So 1 Snicker bar is 58 cents. So now I can go to Walmart and solve and see how much their Snickers are. So again, my 364 is going to go inside, 7 out, hat, dinner plates, and then I can divide. So 7 people cannot sit in 3 chairs. They can sit in 36 5 times. Gives me 35. Gives me 1. Bring down my 4. 7 goes into 14 2 times, which gives me a perfect 14 and 0. So Walmart has 1 Snickers bar for 52 cents equals 1 Snickers. So now that I have them both in just 1 Snicker bar, I can compare them. So who had the cheaper Snickers? Kroger or Walmart? Walmart did. So even though we're getting a bigger amount, we are still getting them for cheaper. So that is how we can use unit rate to compare 2 different things.